Oh, now I need to blow my nose. Give me a second. Hello, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Welcome to Masks Generation Extra. This is a game that is run on the Gauntlet. You can find us at gauntlet-rpg.com. We have a active community full of people who enjoy role-playing and the different games that are up there. We generally do story-driven, narrative-driven style games. There's some OSR, lots of PBTA, and even GM-less games where the goals can be ephemeral or just fun. But I am Ferret, also known as Sawyer. I use he, him pronouns or any pronouns said with respect. I don't really mind. I am the MC of this game. We'll be facilitating and running everything. And let us go around and introduce my players and their characters. So like last time, I will start with the order the cameras are in, which has been switched up. So, Rich, would you introduce yourself and your character?
Hey, I'm Rich Rogers. I use the he, him pronouns. I am playing the Legacy. The Legacy is a superhero from a family or a line of similar superheroes. So not only do they have to uphold what is right, they have to keep their family members happy. Neutron is my character's name. He has super strength, eye beams, and flight. And let's see, his main nemesis is known as the Void, which he found out afterwards, after the reveal, and perhaps even conflicting with Void, is actually a relative of his. So there's a whole lot of Nashville and the Byal, or Korean for star, family, and Neutron is a Korean American.
Up next, Steven. Steven S.
Hey there. Oh, sorry. Hey there, I'm Steven S. I am playing Hedera, the token mutant on the team, and who is also starting her own clothesline. Oh yeah, I have like that. It's secondary. It's secondary to that, but I do have plant-based superpowers.
Up next is Erez.
Hello, my name is Eris and I'm playing Bounty the Nomad. I'm here to shoot people and ask questions. I haven't done the second part yet, so we'll see.
And finally, Q.
And I'm Brian with the Watch Mojo.
Oh, you're muted, Q.
Thank you. I'm Steven. I also go by Q. I use the he, him pronouns. I am playing the Protege playbook. Her name is Owe High. Her superhero name is O-W-E. She's an indigenous techie. Her powers are in gadgets and hacking and things like that. The Protege has a mentor. My mentor is Stitches. Stitches is a guy who has an power armor suit, and has, as we found out, has recruited several different proteges to gather information for him.
Yes, and he is not creepy at all. Does not like Ozymandias and Rorschach had a child when gave it power armor. So this will be fine. And we ended last session with the apparent defeat of a brand new, very uppity team of supervillains, and they got taken out pretty handily by everyone. And I think we're going to start with the after hours show party that is being thrown for y'all at your place of residence. And so that means whenever you feel like it, your resources are going to be available to you, since this is where they're located. But I think that this is where some of the more effective and popular celebrities have been invited. I don't think Red Giant has come. I think she was invited, but like many people, but like a good mother, she realized showing up at her son's first party is probably not the best etiquette. And Pulsar, of course, was asked. He said nothing, did not show up, as per usual. And but if I think Bounty, you have several friends on Earth, don't you? Or did they come with you, or did they stay in space?
They did not. They stayed in our last job location. They weren't into coming back
Gotcha.
at the time.
So yeah, I think there are a few celebrities, most of them close to your age. So we'll just do the DC and Marvel thing of making it 96 appropriate. There's like a Leonardo DiCaprio stand-in, like the new version of like some kind of boy band, probably like the Party Boy is here, and a few more up and coming musicians who are touching the Nashville scene. And I think Dynasty Pearl has brought this huge party tray into this room where it's like this modern day medieval feast room, though you have the long drawn out table full of different types of alcohol, different types of snack foods. There's a pizza, of course, and probably a few party favors. And but she brings out this party tray, leaves this like huge cake that is, Generation Xtra because branding, and it's already cut for everyone. And I think she places a hand on Neutron, as he's probably the one I would assume is closest to wanting to follow the leader around or see the team mother, as it was, like, see she's okay. Am I correct in that, Neutron?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she touches Neutron on the shoulder and is like, you guys did very well today. We were not expecting an enemy team to show up at such a open location.
It was an interesting challenge. Not so much of a challenge, but well, hopefully it was interesting to the viewers.
We do not know yet. We have not put it out on viewership for the masses, but it'll be the first promotional episode, and we're thinking of running some of your guys' commercials during that time. But business can wait until later. You have earned time off. Enjoy it. I am going to enjoy it in my own way. No offense, but partying with children is not my scene.
Okay, fair enough. I will do my best to make sure that everything stays under control.
I think she sort of slaps you on the back, like, you don't need to maintain control. We have staff to clean up from you.
All right.
And she leaves the room, and several of the voyeurs fly in, their cameras catching the correct angles, and I think I'm going to shove a camera in the face of Hedera. What are you doing right now? You're muted.
I'm drinking pretty heavily for a regular human, but for Hedera, it's just a medium amount of drinking, not a light amount of drinking, but medium.
Okay, and do you have a promotional deal with the alcohol you're drinking?
I mean, I've got to make those bucks, sure. I hate it. It's a terrible, terrible drink. It's Miller. We'll go with that. Or I should. Okay, I don't know what the policy here is on dropping actual products. So
It doesn't matter. I mean,
okay.
like, you could be trying to improve the image of Pabst Blue Ribbon. It'll win
Okay.
again one day.
Yeah. So I'll stand by that then. Miller is terrible. That's what Hedera is drinking and pretending to like.
I think the camera zooms in on you lifting the can, and like this bead of condensation drops down, lands on your brow, and I think they're trying to use their influence on you to shift your labels. Do you reject as by framing you in a way that you would not frame yourself?
Well, I mean, what are you actually shifting? Because I don't know yet.
They're shifting freak down and mundane up.
Oh, sure. I feel like that works for me.
They're trying to make you look as normal as possible. You're relatable, just one of the gals. And as this is going on, I think one of the, like, an Adele stand-in is with you, and just like, she's drinking Miller Lite as well, or I think she's drinking the light beer just because she'll say she's not watching her figure, but even if she gets to be a full-figured woman, contracts in the 90s were pretty shitty.
And as a reminder, because I'm really bad with pop culture, who is Adele?
Adele is the plus-sized songstress from Britain who
Okay.
set fire to the rain.
Okay.
Yeah. But this stand-in is, let's say, Cecilia, and she's standing beside you, and she smiles as the camera takes you in, getting a good vantage point for herself as she pushes her face into the camera's view. So, Hedera, do you think you would like to get into music? I mean, you are in Nashville, and dropping an album like this could be, well, or just being on an album could be an image boost.
Like Hedera's. I mean, I don't know. I'm, because she is buzzed. um, I, I've got a lot going on with this fashion thing, and I mean, when I sing to plants, they seem to like it, but generally, I haven't gotten that kind of. Generally, start singing, somebody tells me to shut up. So I don't think it's quite. I don't think my singing voice is quite up to yours. And I give her a grin.
And she nods, and she keeps trying to draw you into a conversation to get more time on camera with you. You can pretty much tell she is playing you for FaceTime for this. Do you stay with her? Do you want to go and mingle with your teammates since they're the ones who helped you out earlier today? Or do you want to maybe pierce her mask and see why she's doing this? So
Yeah, I'm gonna try to pierce her mask, I guess. Yeah. I play into this. I take out my phone. I do a selfie as well. Like do a little like. Actually, I'm probably doing it as a tweet. Oh no, this is before that. And that,
yeah.
right. I forgot that we're 96, right? Because you use selfies, so it's like that was. I forgot. This is just photo of yourself. We do not yet have selfies.
You bring out a mini Polaroid.
Okay. Yeah, I'm playing into that, and let's see what I get here. And that is a 6. So I mark potential.
Yeah, so I'll throw this out there to any teammate. How are you partying in such a way that this takes, or now let me throw this out to any of the teammates. Your partying will interrupt this event. What is one of you doing that demands all the attention right now?
So I think that's O, and O is actually DJing.
Ooh.
So she's actually scratching some records, and she's got a great light show, and it's kind of a cover for um, gathering information from the celebrities involved. So kind of, either putting a tracker on them or, video surveillance or something like that. But I think you said center of attention. This is whenever the music rises up and distracts everyone.
Yeah. So I think the camera's like getting closer to Hedera, getting like this moment is getting juicy. What's going to the drop hits, and the camera spins around. All the cameras are on O for this brief blissful moment. All the people are watching her, and several of the celebrities start throwing up their hands, cheering her on as this is beautiful music and a beautiful time. Do you want to maybe assess the situation you've set up, or is there anything you wanted to do besides show off and maybe get, or what were you attempting to achieve besides helping me with my hard move?
Oh, I was just trying to set the scene.
Okay.
I could have a scene of my own, but I'll
Yeah.
wait. Yeah.
Oh no, I think I'll go ahead. Hit error.
Oh, go ahead.
I was like, I'm. If you do, you want to be in the, do you want to move over to O basically, or what I was going to see if you wanted to join the scene or move your scene to O.
Yeah, because I like I go to Celia as the music starts. I'm like, oh my god, I have a great idea. Are there plants in the area? And that, even though I said that in character, that was directed at you, the GM.
There are definitely some exotic tropical houseplants around.
Yeah, I'm not letting the see I'm gonna try to take back this fucking spotlight from fucking O. Fucking O. I'm gonna fucking start singing, and I'm going to try to get these plants to fucking show off their plant dance moves. I'm pretty drunk. This is probably going to turn pretty chaotic. But I'm really not trying to get the plants to accomplish much more than get the attention back on me. But I feel like this is unleashing my powers here.
You're definitely trying to alter the scene with your powers. Go ahead.
Yeah. And that is a 9. And I believe, and forget I don't have the move sheet open just in front of me. Oh yeah, no, I know. It's a 9 with 3.
You can
I was just trying to remember what my options were.
It can be unstable or temporary, or you can mark a condition for the 10 plus result.
There's a tab in the character keeper as well, Steve.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Good. Cool. Yeah, I will mark insecure because I think it's pretty clear that I basically am doing that. That I'm totally secure in not having the spotlight on me. Totally.
Yeah. So, I think your DJ booth is set up near one of the walls at the end of the room. You have a great look at all the plants, everything that's set around you as they begin moving it to the beat like an old rotoscope cartoon, just up and down, this way and that way. But it's like it's to your beats and to your sound, and people start noticing the movement of the plants or is in tune to the music. You're losing some of the crowd, and stop me if I'm going too far, Hedera, but I think one of the palm trees behind or close to the wall that O is at reaches down and tries to take a bit of control of the records, like this reset
Sure,
the
that
beat.
works.
Nice.
I stick out like I do like a with my beer at O just to
Yeah. So, you had the scene, and you can tell your teammate is definitely perturbed with you. What do you do?
Oh, I think I'm gonna so I'm gonna put the system kind of on autoplay and say, we'll be back here in just a moment, and kind of put it on like a mixtape kind of thing. And I'm gonna leave, and I want to go down and mingle with people and visit and see how they're doing. Specifically, I wanted to engage with Neutron.
I think Neutron is like probably near the craft table, just kind of watching.
Yes. Yeah. Like, what is Neutron even mingling with any of these celebrities?
No, he's totally just standing there. I think he's got his mask on, so no one can actually make him out. And so when O comes over, he says, hello?
And I think I say, well,
Your music was really good.
well, it can be a good distraction at times, and I'm glad that everyone was able to enjoy this after the busy evening we had. I wanted to talk to you about that. How did you feel like the evening went? I mean, did you feel like it was okay?
Yes, he kind of glances around and leans in. It was too easy. I don't think those are really villains.
Ooh, that's a conspiracy theory.
Well, if anyone would figure it out, I know you would be. That's why I'm telling you. But I think they were just plants. They were not Hedera's plants.
Yeah. I think that I was a little worried that everyone is treating this like a triumph, but they all got away, and something else could be going on. I mean, I guess I feel personally responsible for them getting away. I should have, figured out something that would have kept them there. Was there anything I could have done better?
Oh. And Rich runs over to look at the the protege move because I see that sounds like we're hitting a particular move. So let me just a second.
Well, the move I was pointing towards was the Legacy's team move.
Oh, you're going after my move. Look at you. You're
Yeah.
so selfless. I'll jump over and look at my thing now. Oh, really? So, oh, yeah, that's why that made no sense. Okay, good. Yeah, I think
I'm gonna read that move out loud. Or why don't you read the move out loud?
Oh, sure. So we are, just so I'm clear, we're talking about the when you share a triumphant celebration with someone, tell them whether you see them as an equal. If you do, give them influence over you and mark potential. If you don't, shift superior up and any other label down. That's what you were headed for?
That was. And the conversation, meta-wise is sort of, I think that you have the most experience on the group from your family.
Right,
and you
right.
think that this, I kind of took over the leadership for a little bit, saying this is where everything, this is where the cameras are, and this is what we see, and I'm asking if I did a good job. Yeah. Could you have done better? Would you rather have done better?
Oh, right. Yeah, no, that's totally what I'm hearing now. He would say, I think he tentatively reaches to put his arm around you, and then kind of stops and just slides it back behind his back and grasps his hands and says, I couldn't have done any better. Oh, I think that it was all just right. I'm really glad to have you on this team.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that. That makes me feel a little bit more confident. So I'm gonna, I think we're all going to be leaning on you for your expertise and experience. I assume that you've, dealt with, what it's like to come up in a super family, and I know I'm not that familiar with that. I'm pretty new to the scene.
Oh, well, I mean, you had to deal with Stitches. That's a lot. No offense. No, just he's intense. I have a lot of confidence in this team. Even Bounty, I think we'll pull it off. Okay, I don't know how long Bounty's will be around, but
I would say that sounds like a perfect opportunity to shift a camera. And Bounty, what have you been doing to set up this? I think you asked if there are things you can swing on. There is a huge banner on the ceiling that says, "Congratulations, Generation Xtra," sponsored by Hattie B's Nashville Hot Chicken. And several light fixtures, which do not look like they would support any normal human's weight.
So before the cameras aim at him, he looks pouty on the side, like angry that he acted so stupid, basically. And then he kind of gets the music and looks around. He takes his pistols, his blasters, and starts playing with the options. And I just remembered I don't have to swing on anything. I have a grav pack, anti-grav pack.
Oh,
And he starts floating up and shooting in all directions, like very light. Like he put it on lowest power, obviously, and all sorts of colors and start with the music and stuff, and with the dancing plants.
Are you breaking the room?
I mean, I don't think so, unless I might.
Well, what are you attempting to do besides make a grand show? And yeah, Rich, you did see O as an equal, correct? Okay.
I mean, I saw them basically like fighting who's gonna get to be the image, and I think I'm provoking the people to look at me in the hopes that something might break.
I'm sorry, that hiccuped a bit for me.
I'm trying to provoke everyone to look at me in my slideshow.
That makes sense. Go ahead and roll.
That would make sense. Superior. Can you send me the link for the rolling? Or is it somewhere in the... Ooh, that's a lot of links. Let's see. How much do I get from Superior? 6, 7. Close enough. So, trying to provoke everyone to look at my light show in the hopes that nothing much would break.
Okay, so let me check provoke, and you got a 10, correct?
No, 7.
A 7. So
It's 5 plus 2. Yeah. We can instead choose one of the other things.
I think you're going for everyone will we'll make it so a PC can choose if people give you the attention and if not. And do you want if they do it to add team to the pool, or if they don't do it, they mark a condition?
I guess yeah, I'd put it on Hedera, which was basically the center at the time. Yeah, then I'm provoking her to give me the center stage. If I wait, I'll let it.
And will she add team to the pool or mark a condition if she does not?
The team.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you made that easy for Hedera. Yeah, she's not giving up center stage to some. I mean, what even are you? Are you like? Is he like some kind of space cowboy? Fucking bounty. Yeah, I'm keeping this fucking center of the stage.
So what condition are you going to mark?
Oh, I
No,
thought you. He
just
chose. He
the
chose.
Oh yeah,
I
no
grab
team.
team.
Right. Sorry. My roommate is playing music really loud, and I'm trying to focus. I will have a talk on the break, and so yeah. While we do that, while Hedera is keeping the party on her, I think one like the light show definitely draws some people to look, but the dancing plants are still more impressive. As you don't see dancing plants every day. Space has been around for a while. Blasters are kind of normal, and he set them to the lowest setting too. This is
Yeah. Plus, to be fair, he's
stuff.
probably just doing it with wires.
An anti-grav pack? That's so 88. Yeah, do you let us you have noticed that your teammates are showing off some, interrupting your moment with Neutron, but you still get to shift labels real quick because I'm sorry, I thought you did not have influence over Neutron, as this team has very little influence over everyone. So
I gave it to everybody. So yeah, that's how.
Yeah, I'll take a look at that in a second. So with the as far as the show going on, I think I'm pretty entertained as long as the voyeurs, the camera crew, are, shooting everything. I feel like they're going to be able to, clip things in and edit it in such a way so that it'll be entertaining. And if things start to get out of hand where it's not going to make for good TV, I think that's whenever I might want to step in and do something. But as it is, I think I'm okay with everybody showing off. I think that sounds great. Maybe I might even encourage Neutron. I think he's the only one who hasn't done anything.
Oh, do you want to provoke Neutron to risky behavior?
I don't.
Or not
No.
risky, but showy behavior.
I don't think I want to provoke him. I would encourage him. And maybe we need to see if that goes to a move. What do you feel?
Okay. Sure. I'm curious how she would encourage him to stop standing by the craft table and watching everyone.
I think I say, so basically I kind of say, I turn around and I watch Bounty's activities and, point out the dancing plants. And I say, we are here to kind of do a TV show. I think you might want to mug for the camera a little bit. Did you want to, show off one of your endorsements or, fly around the room a little bit and spice things up?
Oh, right. No, that's a good point. Oh,
how could I help you do what you'd like to do to make good TV?
It's harsh. It's a great question. Neutron seems a little nervous, and he says, "Oh yeah, you're right. I have to do this. This is part of the contract. What should I do? I mean, I don't want to upstage anybody or start a fight, or I really don't want to embarrass my family. Can I just dance? Do you think that's enough?"
Yeah. How about I'm going to assess the room, right?
That seems fair.
And I want to see what I'm looking for is I want to see if there's a particular celebrity that it might be good for Neutron to be seen with. So let's see what that looks like. Okay, I rolled an 8, and what is assessed based off of? Superior.
Yes, superior.
Hey, so that's a 10.
Yay!
Yeah.
I think you ask 2 in math. Yes, ask 2.
What here can I use to encourage the crowd's opinion to be favorable for Neutron? Who here could I do that with?
You could do that with, we'll call her Emily. She is part of a up-and-coming girl group like an American Spice Girls, and she is single and the best dancer. So if he could get her to dance with him, that would be amazing for the cameras and for the press.
So yeah, I think I lean over to Neutron and I say, this woman over here is Emily. She's up and coming, and it would be good for you to be seen with her on camera. And I suggest that you take advantage of some of your powers. Maybe as you dance with her, maybe rise off the ground a little bit and take her up with you. That might look good on camera.
You mean Emily Simpson's over there from Four Light? Are you sure she would like dance with me? I mean,
I'm sure that she won't turn you down here in front of the cameras. Whether or not with the cameras off, that's probably up to you.
All right, cool. I got this.
And I'll head back over to the DJ booth to kind of play music that might be better for Neutron.
Oh, that is definitely if I will allow that to give your +1 from a set situation to Neutron to try and help the dance because you are setting the mood.
That's cute. That's awesome. You don't have to burn team. Yeah, Neutron will head over to Emily. I think Emily is like an Emily with 2 E's at the end. It's kind of the image I have, right?
She's very bohemian.
Oh God. All right.
Well, at least her parents were. Her fashion sense is.
Wait, is she the member of the manufactured girl group that is the bohemian? So
she is the eclectic one, let's say.
she's that's great. Oh, yeah. Remind me to ask you to like help me out with my K-pop RPG sometime. That's all. All right. Yeah, I'll cruise. Neutron will cruise over. Oh, there we go. You're shifting my mundane up. Thank you. I need that because I was about to go host things. Superior down. Ooh, look at me. All right. Yeah, I think Neutron's full on Neutron mask, whole deal, and he'll head kind of directly towards her.
Yeah, and she's I think she's holding a glass that is, very she's probably, the design is probably not in very many bars. If any bars, it might be a set up just for Generation Xtra. Has some kind of extremely fruity, but the kind of syrupy fruit smell that drowns out obscene amounts of alcohol in the drink. And she's dressed. She looks like what will be like Hermione in Doctor Who with the scarf combined with her eclectic outlook of goodwill, thrift that never hit Goodwill. And she's stirring her drink more than drinking it, looking around the dancing trees, kind of maybe getting ideas about what to do. And she cocks an eyebrow as you walk up to her, as most people have had to walk up to you for things.
Yeah. Hi, you're Emily Simpsons from Forelight, right?
Oh, you got the name right. Most people call me Emily or Omli or stuff like that.
Oh,
You a fan?
I mean, I've heard a couple of your songs. You dance really well.
It was what I was hired for. I don't write any of the lyrics or do any of the musical stuff. I dance and sing.
Oh, you should get into writing. Writing credits last forever. And if did you want to dance?
Well, I mean, I danced at the promotional show today, and I mean,
No,
it looks.
I mean,
Oh, are you asking me to dance?
that's exactly what I'm trying to do. Yes.
And she'll look you up and down and crack a wry smile. It's like, the prim and proper Neutron is asking the eclectic girl to dance.
Well, I guess it appears that that's what's happening. But I just thought you were the most interesting person in the room.
And she'll place her drink down. And let's see, let me check the moves real quick.
Provokes probably.
Yeah, do you want to provoke her or pierce the mask to see if you can?
Ooh, pierce the mask. Let's see. Hold on. Let me see what I can fail at the most. Mundane is pierce the mask, and provoke is superior. Yeah, I'm really just the same. I'm equally bad. No, I'm neutral. I will.
You get +1 to doing this, whichever one you do.
That's true. I'll provoke her. I'm trying to. I've made the ask, so here we go. Rolling the dice with my +1 from O. That is an 11.
Yeah, I think she puts her drink down, takes your hand, and leans in close. I thought you'd never ask, and she will allow you to lead her to the dance floor, which is a rarity for her. She usually leads.
Nice. I'll be like, look over at O.
And I think we can.
I think I'm giving this like a minute, at which point I notice I lost this competition. You see me like floating down, play with my gun for a moment. I aim at the central power plug, shoot it, turn on the cloaking ring and get out of here.
You're turning off the music and getting out?
The lights, the music, everything like that.
Oh, you spoil sport. I
don't know what that move would be.
That would be, I guess, directly engaging the
power.
Unless, and does anyone want to defend the power outlet?
I mean, if they see it happening.
I mean, I'm probably not going to have noticed.
I'm a little taken with this exciting first dance ever that you're now running. Go ahead.
I think it might make good TV. Do it.
Yay! These are the answers I wanted. Directly engage the power supply.
5. That's a 6.
Okay, so I think you aligned your blaster to be. This is more like the Power Rangers, Star Wars, Star Trek thing. You hit electricity.
Do we have team?
You technically have 2 team because of the start of the game. You can use it selfishly, which
I'm going to use it selfishly, very obviously. Yeah.
Yeah, you're trying. You didn't get your way, and you're throwing a tantrum. That's very selfish.
Yes. So I'll raise my dexter. I'll lower my superior in this. No, I'll lower my mundane in this case. That's a really low mundane. I shoot the plug and get the hell out of here.
So yeah, what option do you pick from directly engage?
Hmm. Let's see. I want to take the power out of this entire place.
Okay, you will take the power outage, and I think you like the lights go off for the most part. Like I think the backup generator will kick in, but by the time the backup generator's kicked in, your cloaking device is on. No one can see where you've gone. Um, you're getting out, and you got a
Mac-
7 to. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, I was actually curious because you did spend the team. Like, do you actually say something? Because, like, it does kind of ask for that insult of a teammate.
Well,
Like, it
I
asks for
think
us to actually hurt someone. Like,
let's see. So your actions ignore or insult your teammates. I think my action basically like speaking for themselves.
It seems to me as an insulting thing to try and destroy the party because Hedera is getting more attention than he is.
Yeah, right. Now neutron. Like what the hell?
yeah, I was just kind of curious. Like, I was just kind of curious for an end to, like, somehow, like if you just stealth away. I'm just
No, yes,
curious.
I know. I lay Clem down. I try to catch the eyes of both Neutron and Adair for a moment. You look at me as I aim my gun right when they look, and pow! The moment they both look,
Well, the thing I wanted to do because you got a 7 to 9, and I
Yeah.
can't like the
Yeah.
the fuse box is not going to administer a powerful blow to you. But I think because the way plants react to air and everything, Hedera can feel your movements and can follow you out if she would like.
I go out
I'm
and
gonna
run.
I'm gonna follow this. I'm gonna follow this bitch out.
And before we get to that wonderful confrontation, I think it's time for a break. Let's be back at 20 after the hour.
Just to be sure, can I remove angry?
Oh yeah, you broke the party.
Thank you. That was the aim. I can hear you.
I am worried about all the foolhardy action that is going to have to go on since so many people have insecure.
Oh, what I did is considered foolhardy action.
Well, you broke something. That's.
I guess that's enough for now.
So yeah, Neutron, you're going to have your dance is interrupted as the lights go out for a bit, and then the backup generators kick in. And are you going to keep dancing with the backup lighting on?
I mean, I imagine that the backup lighting doesn't also turn on the music, so he'll just. I'm sorry. It looks like not all of my team wants this party to happen.
That's one hell of a buzzkill.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, here. And she reaches into her little purse, pulls out this tiny little coin pouch, and inside are several business cards. And she hands you one. And just give me a call next time there's going to be a party going on that will last longer. I owe you a dance.
Great. Thanks. Thank you, Emily.
Not a problem. Just, should I call you Neutron?
For now. But maybe next time we could talk more about that. I should probably check on Bounty.
Yeah. Where did he go? And she'll look around. I think you can tell a few of these people are the smarter of the up and coming celebrities, as they are now taking things when the cameras are not on them. Just to, some food, some drink, some of the higher end alcohol to do things with later. And before we get to see what Hedera is doing as Bounty is skulking his way out, oh, your music has not come back on. What are you doing now that the power has gone up or gone off and come back on?
So I think my first thought is that we're under attack. And whenever I see that, it just seems to be a dramatic exit. I think I start. Ooh. Yeah, I think I trail Bounty. I'm going to head that direction as well, a little bit surreptitiously to keep an eye on him.
Yeah, and Hedera, you said you were definitely following after Bounty and his hidden path. Are the plants going to stop dancing now?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Now that there's no one around to really watch. So yeah, I think there are enough plants around the house to make it look alive and happy that you can easily trail Bounty. The security system that O has access will probably be able to track Bounty if I'm.
I would think I can better track Hedera.
Yeah, if you're just going to be following Hedera, that'll definitely be easy.
So if I'm not mistaken, just to set the scene, Bounty, shot a hole, shot up the power supply, turned on a cloaking rig, and then went out the hole?
No, he turned on the cloaking rig, and from what I understand, he's leaving out like one of the regular doors.
Oh, okay.
And then flat to the roof to solve.
Okay. And in that case, I think I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna basically observe everyone as they're leaving, trying to get a clue about where to go. Is what'll end up happening.
Okay, yeah. So I'm going to assume Bounty is smart enough to not be the first one out a door. Like, let other people open them and sneak out because you're in your cloaking rig.
No, he was the first one out the door, and then he went up.
Okay, yeah. So Hedera, you felt the energy of or the essence of Bounty leaving the room, and it seems that the plants are pointing you towards the roof.
Yeah, I head up there.
Yeah, I'm assuming there's got to be some way to get to the roof in this house, if just for like setting up different things on it. And Bounty, where are you on the roof?
Top floor, just sitting at the edge.
Yep. So Hedera, you get to the roof probably through sets of stairs and just a door, and you notice Bounty sulking. And you're following. Are you going to follow after Hedera, or are you going to watch and like as the celebrities are mostly talking about if you decide to stay and listen to them, they're mainly just trading some information. They see the party is definitely over, and they're going to be ushered out of the house as and Neutron is definitely still or was talking with Emily. I'm not sure what he's going to be doing as people are milling about.
Yeah, so I'm going to look around a little bit, try and get a lay of what's going on and where everyone's going. And, if needed, I can stumble across Hedera at an appropriate time during the scene.
Okay. So, but I mean, do you want to follow her, or do you want to just eventually end up, or do you want to follow her into the scene with Bounty, or do you not?
Not immediately.
Understood. So yeah, Hedera, you have stumbled upon a sulking Bounty.
Like, seriously? What the fuck, dude? What the fuck?
I kind of take a look back, and I look back, like out. What do you want?
Look, I know that you have your fucking little space adventures that you're planning on going off to once you're done with this thing. But for some of us, this is all we fucking got. I don't have a loving family or friends in the outside that I'm going back. I need this to fucking work. And I actually think I am revealing a vulnerability.
I think you are too. Let's read out this move.
Yeah, when you share a vulnerability or weakness with someone, ask them if they think you're losing or gaining humanity.
You think you don't have family? You have more family than you know. Everyone was looking at you and your nonsense. You're a star. All I have is 3 friends, and that's it. Can't even find my parents.
And this, I'm just asking because it is mechanical. So we can continue the scene. I'm just keep that in mind that there's a mechanical choice there.
What's the choice?
Do you think I am gaining or losing humanity? Because I revealed a vulnerability. Okay.
Gaining.
And I'm also going to say that sounds like Neutron is revealing a vulnerability.
Yeah.
I'm not neutral.
I mean, not Neutron, Bounty. Sorry,
Yeah, probably. When you share a vulnerability or weakness with someone, mark a condition, give them influence over you, and mark a potential. So you get influence, and I have to mark a condition.
You finally have 2 people have influence on Bounty. Yay!
Who thought it would be so fast? I'm thinking guilty. So guilty.
Hedera, you made Bounty feel emotions. You win the game. You can retire your character. I'm kidding.
Hedera is like, I didn't think I'd have to deal with your emotions tonight. I'm too drunk for this. And she kind of groans a little bit. Look, I I know the whole parents thing is bullshit. Believe me, my parents thing is bullshit. Look at least I'm sure there's a good reason that they are not looking for you now that you're back. I'm sure that maybe they didn't just kick you out of the house when you were 18. I'm sure that, well, I guess they kind of did.
Try contact.
I think that wherever they are, I want to help. We can help you find them. We'll figure out what their shit is, and if it's really just that they don't give enough of a fuck about you to find you, I'll be there for you.
It sounds like
I'm
you're comforting and
drunk.
supporting him.
Yeah.
Awkwardly and drunkenly, but it sounds like you're comforting.
Yeah.
Yay! Roll that mundane.
If you fail, I shoot you.
I got a 9.
That's a fail.
So that leaves it up to Bounty for it. Well, do you open up to?
Let's see. I'll answer and then we'll decide what it was. When you said like threw me out of the house at 18, don't you know what happened? What? I haven't even been in Earth in like a decade.
I mean, I haven't been back to my home either for a few years.
I've been out of here since I was like 10. Anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry for what I did, but if I'm not the center of attention, my parents aren't going to see me and call me or whatever. What do you think? I'm here for fun?
I thought honestly, I thought you were here for the paycheck. That's why I'm here, at least.
Paycheck? I don't even care what's going on Earth. I could go ride a supernova. I think I want to be here. I came to visit my parents only to find out they're gone. They just disappeared. Apparently not too long ago, when I came.
So just to clarify for me, because I don't know if this is just Bounty's personality, are you opening up or rejecting here?
Yeah, totally opening up.
Okay. Cool. I kind of, I guess I sit on come over and sit on the edge of the building and look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm probably too drunk to give you good advice right now. And I kind of just rest my head on kind of against your arm and just kind of say, parents are bullshit.
I kind of put my hand behind my helmet and open it and take it off for a second. Put it on the side and look at you. And you see like scratches and burns and stuff on my face. Life isn't easy out of Earth either. Even when you look as pretty as me. But yeah, parents are shit. But I wanna, it's like mine just left me. I don't even know what happened really. That was just somewhere else.
What was that last thing you said?
I was just somewhere else one day, and now that I was near Earth, I thought I'd meet my parents, and I didn't. So I'm trying to appear on TV for them to see me.
I'm personally good with ending the scene there. Like, I think that was a pretty good.
It seems this went in a completely different direction than I thought it was going to be, and I'm very happy. So I want to see how Neutron and O react a little bit before we move on for like a small time skip. If that's something you guys want to look at, or do you guys want to talk out and have a scene, or are you fine just doing a small after party? Not Era's not about what happened up there, but what happened to the. I want to get their opinion on Bounty and everything that's gone on.
I don't know, Q. What do you think?
I think I'm fine with the time skip. The only question I have about what happened after the party was, did any of the film crew film what happened up there?
Ooh.
Is that a roll?
I don't think that's.
It was a roll when the comforter support.
Yeah, I think because it's a 7 to 9. Yes, they filmed it, but they've not shown it off yet. So yeah, there is a train coming as well, which might be able to be heard. But there is one thing that's going to happen since some time has passed. I believe the Legacy has a special thing.
Oh, awesome. I do. When time passes, roll plus Savior to see how the members of your legacy feel or react to your most recent exploits. Luckily, I have a +3 Savior. Oh, goodness. So I'm going to buy time because I know Sawyer said the train is coming by. So, yeah, I'll be rolling there. Oh, I have some questions to ask. Ask the other players to answer these questions about my performance. Take a -1 to the roll for each no. Have I been upholding the traditions of your legacy? Generally, and I know I didn't define this ahead of time, but generally the traditions of the Biol legacy is to act honorably, to make the family proud, and represent Korea in a good light. Yep, honorable. Any no's on upholding the traditions of his legacy?
You haven't uphold them. You haven't put them center stage either. Don't know what to say.
But
he's not been partying like the rest of you. He's been showing a good boy example to me.
I think you've been exemplifying your family. I agree.
Have you maintained the image of your legacy? Maybe that's even easier to answer. Yes, no.
And would that image be heroes?
Yeah, being heroic, upstanding.
Boring. Yes, that you've done. Boring.
Then yes, definitely.
And then have you made the other members of my legacy proud? We're 1 for 1, or 1-0, I guess might be even easier way to think of it. Good for that? All right. Cool. So I'll be rolling plus, superior. Here we go.
I thought it was plus Savior.
You're right. It is plus Savior, which is better for me. So thank you. I did. It's the 2 S's. Oh, crap. That is a 4. But luckily, my Savior is a 3. So that's a 7. On a 7 to 9, on a hit, one of them offers me meaningful encouragement, an opportunity, or an advantage. On a 7 to 9, another is upset with your most recent actions and will make their displeasure known.
Oh, I think we're definitely going to be getting one of those scenes then that someone has I think this is going to be a like after the like this isn't going to be on camera, but it's Neutron going back home for like a Sunday meal or the equivalent, and the whole family. And I think Yellow Dwarf is going to give you the advantage, which is that the show is already looking for guest stars, which means that which you can deduce means that the season one is strong. That you're probably going to have a team for at least 2 years, which is 2 seasons, which is more than many other teams know they're going to stay around for. And you're going to be getting some meetings with some interesting people, hopefully. And your grandfather just doesn't speak to you. I think he spends the evening very introverted, very your mom is talking with you about your adventures with your teammates, how you think about O, since she's worked with Stitches before, and the most you get out of your grandfather is a mm-hmm, mm-hmm, not even a nod. He'll and when or do you bring up Emily?
Oh no, she is not Korean. I do not bring up Emily. No.
So your grandfather does not shake his head in disappointment yet.
He doesn't get to, but yeah, I'm sure he'll figure it out.
Yeah, so I think after the time skip, it's been probably a few weeks, and looking at the time, I think this would be like the first real episode, like the first field episode of Generation Xtra. You guys have been allowed to rest, recuperate, go on some team building exercises, but Miss Marvelous uh, gets you all. I think you guys have what would be like a Star Trek tech beepers of some kind. It gets your signal. You get a signal from it. It doesn't bolster Gen Xtra in the sky, but you're needed in the main grounds. And she's summoning you to the training theater in your uh, home base. So I'll pause this. Who shows up first? Who is the best and most meticulous amongst you?
Don't I live there?
Is that an O thing? Is
Yeah,
O the first
probably.
here?
So I think O, it's kind of where she spends most of her time doing research and trying to learn more about what's going on.
Yeah. So yeah, O is can definitely be first, and Dynasty Pearl is on her phone or whatever device she is using to send off this signal, and notices you arrive, and she gives you a nod. So it's nice to see someone taking this seriously, much more seriously than several of the others. As the signal's gone out for maybe a minute or two, and yeah, you can. The home base is like this mansionish place where you all can stay around and do like real world shenanigans, as well as where you guys train for your wonderful debuts. Yeah, and so O gets there first, and I think if you and I think Dynasty will tell you, some ne'er-do-wells have been seen. I think it's a perfect time for us to test the entirety of the team against them. Well, the team that shows up, at least. It's good they didn't do it yet tomorrow. That's when Hedera's releasing her new line, and I would hate for cross-promotion to be a thing. I think this is you're going. I'm just like mechanically, I'm letting you know you're going to be in a fight. If you'd like to use your protege move of assessing the situation before the fight comes out.
Yeah, that sounds perfect. This would be the you've been reading the files.
I think it's either you've been reading the files or
Be mindful of your
be mindful of
surroundings.
your surroundings. Yeah, because like this is I imagine the training theater is like a movie projection room, and is like projecting the film of the people you're going up against, so you can actually, like with your powers, you can also look into the local cameras and security systems as well because of your hacking.
That sounds great. Let's see. Assess the situation. Is superior. And I have a 2. But I rolled a 3, so that gives me a 5.
Ooh.
I think my moves lets me ask a question even on a failure.
You do.
Yeah, so let me figure out my question while you think about what to do on a miss.
Yeah. Let me check the... Oh, I know what's going to happen, I think. Yeah, I'm just going... the enemy will... I'm going to... Oh, no, because time has passed. So let me check the... Sorry about this.
No
Still
problem.
a bit...
I think my question will be, what is the biggest threat?
The biggest threat will be the... I think you see a lot of... You've realized that these are mostly mooks, henchmen, whatever you want to call the lesser... Like, they're not... If they have superpowers, they would be the sidekick superpowers from that Disney Super High show, I think, or Sky High. But I think you get a message from your mentor on one of your devices while this is going on. And he's suggesting that amongst these people that there's no real reason to... that they're dangerous. You need to handle them like you would handle any above average threat. That if they've teamed up with who he thinks they've teamed up with, they need to be taken down. So your mentor is advising to take the kid gloves off in this fight.
Okay. And is he saying that the biggest threat is someone they teamed up with?
Yeah, he says, like, if he believes he knows their boss, which does not bode well for the team. And of course, with his pragmatic, cryptic ways, I know who this is. Who's that? I know.
That makes sense.
So yeah, and I think I'll say that if it's it's been about 2 weeks. So yeah, Hedera's not hungover. Hedera, would you like to be the next one in? Since I'm assuming Bounty's going to be last, knowing him.
Yeah, that works for me.
So yeah, you come into the training theater. You see O's there doing something on one of her myriad gadgets. Dynasty Pearl is not fiddling with the controls anymore. And there's this scene of Germantown and Nashville, which at this point in time was much smaller and less gentrified. But there are people, different, sort of the oddly dressed, but not costumed, but costumey outfits of like everyone in a comic book gang. And you see they're just people going around causing random destruction, and looks like some kind of light riot at the moment. What do you do?
So who are the fuckers in the bad outfits?
And Dynasty looks up from her device, sees Hedera there, shrugs. It's like, they're new. There's been a lot of new people over the years. They say they work for someone called the Shadow Broker. No, the Shade. And she pulls out this piece of paper. Oh, I was way off. They work for someone called the Void.
Hmm. To be fair, what supervillain doesn't like include have shadow in their names these days?
After that Bill Turton movie that showed off the gothic side of heroes, it got really big for a while. Yeah, I would say it does seem like that's a loaded moment if someone else wants to have overheard who they're talking about. Hint. Hint.
Sure, if Neutron's there, that sounds wonderful. Oh, that's not good. I need to deal with this.
Is that
So
inner monologue, or are you there? Or are you actually saying that?
I think he maybe kind of comes in at the end of this and hears it, and yeah, it's not inner monologue. He says that.
Okay.
Out loud.
I say, well, I don't know much about this void yet. I'll see what I can look up. But my research so far tells me that this is some serious stuff. We need to just go all out on this. Don't pull your punches. Take care of it.
Okay.
You should know you should know that I only pull my punches when somebody tells me.
I say, speaking of pulling punches and being told what to do, Bounty, do you enter? Or are you there?
I ended up sleeping on the couch, so I heard this entire conversation and I didn't get up off the couch. I never pulled any punches, ever.
And since Tasha's probably going to be off doing some promotional event at this moment, so she will, Nicey Pearl, snap some device out, get several of the voyeurs to go with you, and she looks at, do you have a vehicle, or shall I supply you all with transportation this time?
Transportation would be good if you have something that would be appropriately showy for the cameras. Otherwise, we could make our own way there.
What do you have? And she cocks her head to Bounty and Neutron. I know they can fly or imitate it. What did you have in mind?
Oh, I could take a bike or something like that, like a motorcycle, or one of the others could fly us in. It just depends on how you want the scene to go. But we should go there as quickly as possible.
Yes, I think she looks at Hedera, looks at Neutron, looks at Bounty. Like, let me supply you with something. We can call it the war wagons. We'll come up with some marketing afterwards after we see how it does in testing. And she'll call someone up. And by the time you guys are outside of the house, you are greeted by a army grade SUV.
Shotgun, or actually main gun.
It has no weapons on it, but it is definitely armored.
Is it a Herkimer battle, Jenny? Sorry, that's it.
Do we know anything about this Void guy?
Actually, Bounty, do you want to drive?
I could, but do we know anything about this Void guy? Well, I drive. We can discuss.
I'm gonna see what I can look up. If you can drive, I'll do that on the way.
I can drive. Fair warning, though, my license has been revoked.
I can drive. Believe me, I can drive. I can also fly ships, so I can drive this stupid car.
It is. I mean, it's a stick.
Really? I've never flew with a stick before. All ships have sticks. None of them is automatic for some reason. Anyway, should I set to kill or to stun?
So
I assume no killing, right? On main
Right.
television.
Please don't set to kill.
Okay, because you said don't pull my punches. I usually deal with
No.
my troubles harshly.
Fight hard, but we don't need to kill our. Okay, I know Void. Void has shadow control and little shade minions, and he can fly.
So magic again. Ugh.
And how do you know Void exactly?
The nice person, anyway.
I families fought Void before.
Oh, Hedera, are you lying? Because you do know how Neutron knows Void.
Oh, right. No, yeah, I'm now that you mention it, since I know. Yeah, I'm just fucking with you.
I think they all do except for me.
Yeah, I definitely have got. I don't know, because Q seemed like maybe didn't know, but yeah, this is not a thing that Neutron wants to talk about out loud.
Yeah, because it was a thing that specifically you shared the secret with me.
Yeah. So, but anybody who wants to know, if you think there's a logical reason for you to know, that's fine. He's not going to volunteer this information at all.
I think O is going to read the files on Void, even as.
Yeah, so I think that's what I'm going to do. Haha! I rolled a 4. So with my superior of 2, that makes it a 6.
Unless Neutron telling you whom he is may be using the team to boost that to a 7.
I can do that if you guys want to. I don't mind taking
Well,
a
I'm going
fail.
to say, Rich, do you want to boost the move? Because I don't know if anyone else could really help you on this.
Yeah, I'll boost it. I'll spin the team to help out. And I think it's the background info that I'm throwing your way that helps us. Where are we keeping our team stat at, by the way?
I had not thought of. I had not usually put it up there, but because we are at team 0 now until we go into battle.
I thought that's what those tokens out in the roll for your party were meant to be for.
Oh,
They're tokens?
I didn't put out any tokens. But
Oh.
I don't think I've ever seen
I don't even
tokens.
see tokens. They're tokens?
For some reason, I
Awesome.
see these like 3 red tokens and a green token.
Oh, there we go. I have 2 purple tokens.
Okay.
But
I have 0.
yeah, I will add them to the team when that gets active, because I know we add 2 team to the pool when we go into battle against someone impressive.
So guys, just to be clear, not to pull my punches, but to pull my punches. Right?
Don't be lethal,
Yeah,
but don't
you've got
pull
it
your punches.
exactly, I think.
No, yeah, okay, fine. So I don't fight you, I shoot people, but fine.
Look, it's like wrestling. You're not pulling your punches, and then I give you a wink.
I think the thing O realizes from Void, like reading the files, Void does have shadow control and shade minions. The clothing on all these people looks way too identical, and not just in coloration and like design. Like the collars are all the exact same height. The hair is all in the exact same manner. These are probably not real people, but shadow constructions.
Guess I can handle the magic shit. If I can just shoot the main guy, you know. Oh well.
But yeah, since you guys are going into battle, who do you think is the team leader this time?
I mean, yeah, I guess it's still O. I don't really think any of us have really stepped up at this point.
Fair enough.
That's fine.
Seems good to me. So, we put 2 team into the pool. Does O have influence over everyone in the team?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
Too cool to O influence to O.
What is your purpose, O?
To take down this new threat in such a way that it is dramatic.
Neutron, is that your goal?
Say again, just so I'm clear. What is
To
O's?
take down this new foe in a way that is dramatic.
Yeah, I can roll with that. As long as dramatic isn't kill. Yes.
Yeah. Hedera.
I mean, yeah, I think that's basically. I think Hedera probably would throw in a few more bucks into the phrasing, though.
And Bounty, are you going to throw a wrench into this?
At this time, dramatic is my plan too.
Okay, so we get one more team. And I do not think you all are off balance, but does anyone mistrust O?
No, I don't. I don't think so.
Okay, good. So y'all have 3 team total. Let me add one more point of team to the roll for your party. Okay. So yep, you Bounty has to gently persuade the driver out of his seat and drives you all to Germantown in, I'm assuming, a flashy manner. You're getting there fast and in style, Bounty, or are you just getting there fast?
I probably forget it's not a spaceship and drive it real fast. I could jump on like when the road goes down and just and then bang on the floor a few times.
It may have wheels, but it catches some air a few times.
Yeah.
So you guys arrive at Germantown. You get to barrel out of the car as you strike your whatever team pose will allow you to start giving orders as the two alike henchmen are looking for something, right? Like, there's the general thievery of money, jewelry, the petty kind of bullshit, but it looks like they're looking for something specific around here and that they're not finding it. So since she is our team leader, I will ask, what do you do?
So I think I'm going to I think it's probably assess the situation. I'm going to pull up a map of this grid and this block that we're on, and try to get a good vantage point, or possibly even see what might be stored here that these minions could be after.
Understood. Go ahead and roll.
Oh, okay. That's better. That's an 8.
You get to ask one. I mean, technically this is before the battle, so you can ask a second one from your other move.
Let's see. What here is in the greatest danger?
Ooh. I will give you a double answer to that because it could change.
Mhm.
If his presence is known, Neutron. But I think your hacking shows like a few of these buildings are tied with the space bureaucracy, and they've not been broken into yet. But you know that they have. There are certain files here which could be damaging to certain people. Since I think secrets are your bread and butter, that you know that place houses information that if it gets out, some people could be in trouble.
Yeah. What is here that I could use to expose the minions?
Ooh. if you can, like, what do you mean by expose the minions? Like what they're trying to do, or like expose them to sunlight and destroy them, or?
Yeah, something more along the last lines. Something to either weaken their ability to uh, disperse them back into shadow, weaken their ability to interfere with us, something like that. Like raise the lights or something like that.
You realize that you're noticing by the different cameras, but as they get close to a checkout place with like the cash register just pulling out cash, the scanner goes off, and the red light and it diffuses the minion for a bit before they get away from it and they go back towards being a solid. So red colored light seems to be a detriment here. And yeah, so you have, I assume you're telling this information to your, well, what do you do with the information, let's say?
Yeah, so I think I tell them the best way to disperse these shadow creatures seems to be a light, intense red-based light. So if we could, I don't know, bathe the place in lasers or something like that, that would be great. Or directly attack them with such things. And I think they might be going after, some of the files that are contained in the space agency here. So make sure that they're probably going to focus in on that building or that set of buildings.
Red setting it is.
And forgot I was muted for a second. I think because she was not driving this time and able to get out. Hedera, what do you do?
I think probably actually Hedera probably like has to stumble out of the car for a second and just go, okay, one sec, because she I imagine probably of the people in the car, she was the one least capable of dealing with the truck with Bounty's driving.
Oh, poor Hedera.
Roll take a powerful blow.
Okay. So like the shadow creatures are in the building right now.
There are about 16 or so. Like some are in the streets, some are in buildings, but it's like this is a sort of a bed and breakfast type of locale. It looks very like they're trying to mimic an Americanized version of a small German village in Nashville. It's like
Okay.
there are like every building you can see that these people have gone down the street with has been broken into. So like there's a big swath of destruction leading towards like deeper into the German town. And the building that happens to be the IBA or Interstellar Bureaucratic Agency has not been touched yet. And like
Okay.
many places, like this is not a very urbanized area. It has a park nearby. There are trees in front of every storefront. Like it looks very, like they're trying to make it very charming and natural seeming.
Cool. I think I'm probably I go straight in. I feel like probably Hedera's like arms kind of turn into these masses of vines, and I kind of shoot these into these various minions and just kind of like I'm making like big arcing swings, like the arm shoots out and then like I swing it around and slam it down again.
Sounds like you're directly engaging in a terrifying manner.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I do have that. I didn't even, yeah. So let me just, so that means I roll with Freak, I think, right?
You roll with, if you mark a condition after you roll, you may pick an additional option. So like if you get a 10 plus, you pick 3. If you get a 7 to 9, you pick 2.
Oh, okay.
And on a
And
miss, you
after
can
I
pick
roll.
one. Yeah.
Okay, sure. Let me get the roll, see what it is. And that is, I think, almost a 7.
So yeah, if you mark one condition, you get 2 choices.
Cool. And my choices are, I'm going to impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition, and I guess I'm gonna mark angry and create an opportunity for my allies.
Okay, so I think you these even if they weren't just shadow people, these are mooks. So like your 2 vine arms, like it would have like gone over them, but when you slam down, you don't feel the meat of a human. You feel it's like hitting a paper bag. Like there's just air and a bit of substance, and they all dissipate under your tentacles as you slam them down. You get about 5 of these fuckers with one powerful swing, and as you do so, I think you dislodge one of the streetlights from just slamming it down. It lands, and the impact makes it go off really quickly. And there's this shadow in an alley, but as the light goes off, it's like a flashlight or a camera flash real quick. And there is the outline of a person's shadow holding their hands like a puppet master in that alley, which is the opportunity you create. So I think after setting his lasers to red, it is Bounty's turn.
So they haven't got in the building yet.
They've not gotten to the space building yet. No.
Yeah.
And I think you know. I think this is like the bureaucracy that you had to go through to get your Earth license or whatever.
Hey, I'm everything.
Yeah, but you were gone for so long.
So yeah, I get out of the car. Such a slow vehicle. Guns are blazing into the alley.
Oh, you're going for the alley that the figure was in.
Yeah.
Oh
Of course.
dear.
I always do that. Don't you know that?
So you directly engaging? You
If
think?
there is anything directly engaged, but yes, pow pow.
Okay. Or you could also be using your lasers to try and frighten or move that person out into the open. So I could see this being either directly engaging or unleashing your powers.
So what I'll do is use the fact that I can fly above it to try and get from the other side, and then use my lasers to try and shove it out. Yeah.
Okay, so unleash your powers with laser beams.
That's 6 plus 2, 8.
Okay, it is either temporary or tenuous, or you can mark a condition and make it a 10 plus.
Yeah. Music of condition. Make it temporary, I guess. Just make it fly.
Okay, and I think what happens is the lasers go off. There is the shadowy figure melts into the ground, and this shadow slithers out of the alley and raises. I think the temporary part is it's still just a blob of shadow on the ground. You've gotten the guy out of the alley, but not in a direction where most of you can engage. Though, luckily, Neutron's not like most people. You have different ways to engage. So, Neutron, what are you doing as you see this? You see Hedera just smashing through these shade minions. You see a shadow that might be familiar out in the sun, swirling around. What does?
Man, I've got to go after Void, especially if Bounty's headed that way, because I don't know if I trust him to not kill. So I'm gonna take off and fly towards them, and if I need to tackle that shadow to save Void, then I'll do that thing.
Well, it's like I don't know if you can tackle it, but your eye lasers could certainly do something.
That's true. I'll directly engage.
But are you going to be pulling your punches?
Of course I am. Why
Okay.
would I hurt Void? I just need to defeat Void.
Eye laser with Savior.
Here we go. Oh, thank goodness I did, because I rolled a weekly 5. So 5 plus 3 is an 8.
So you may pick one. Well, you cannot pick to impress them.
I cannot. I want to take something from Void, their ability to hide from us.
Yeah, so I think, what color are your eye lasers?
Oh, great question. I think that they, it's a color very similar to the way his eyes look. So they're like a neon blue.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they're not like Superman's eye lasers. They're more like dark sides. So they kind of like they zigzag a little bit.
They go where he actually views, and he can control them.
Yeah. That's perfect.
Yeah, so I think like while you're doing this, Hedera sweeps her arm around, like takes out another mook, and your lasers are shooting out, and they just like squarely dodge up, dodge down, dodge around, and hit this void puddle. And from this puddle, that you hear this not deranged, but just very furious noise as these two hands start pulling themselves out of the puddle, grasp onto the ground, and this figure from the Void image drags himself out of the portal. And I think he holds up his painted hand, and like Neutron, you see that what looks like paint and everything black on him is literal shadows just oozing on his body, maybe like tattoos, but they move with whatever he's feeling, and he grimaces at you, and I think his move, now that you have definitely damaged him a bit, is just to say, well, I didn't think I'd be facing my brother this soon. And with
do I take a powerful blow from that?
I think you do.
You bastard. I love it. I have no conditions, so this is just a flat roll for me. Oh, the shame.
Prado?
I rolled a 7.
Okay, so I still decide these, I believe.
No, take a powerful blow. I choose one. Lash out verbally, provoke a teammate to foolhardy action. Take advantage of your influence to inflict a condition. Give ground. Opposition gets an opportunity. Struggle past the. I think I give ground. I think I what? And I'm looking between bounty and void and bounty and void. No, it's obviously some kind of lie.
Oh, okay. Here's what everyone else. Void is obviously a Caucasian male. Are you going to just completely lie about him being your brother to your teammates and on camera?
Oh God, that's right, camera. Yeah, he's totally gonna lie. He's totally gonna lie. Oh, this is gonna shame his legacy. This is the worst choice ever. Yes, he does the thing. He does the thing. Somewhere,
watching this show, Red Giant goes, "Oh!" And I think the opportunity that is given is that he looks a bit pained. Actually, you were always kind of nice to him, and from what interactions you've had, and he sees Hedera sweeping his shade minions around with her tentacles. Like, fine, if you're not going to own up to what you and everyone else in that family did to me, I guess I can show you what I can do now. And he raises his hands, and from that portal at his feet, two huge shadowy tentacles come out and begin flailing towards Hedera. Oh, what do you do?
Yeah, so I think whenever O comes onto the scene, she kind of does. She's wearing like dark body armor and stuff like that. She does kind of an athletic, graceful move, almost like a dance coming on, and starts tossing grenades. And these grenades are laser grenades. Aha.
I saw those in your. I love your gear list, by the way.
All I did to make the gear list was I just Googled Batman's cool gadgets, and I came and just copied lists over. And I was like, wait a second, do I have anything good? Oh, look, there's laser grenades that are intended to blind people. That'll work great.
Oh, that's
yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, so I'm going to toss those. And my intention here is either to directly engage with the shadow beings, you know, to keep the mob off of everyone else, or just to control the environment so that they don't come after us. So it could be directly engage or unleash your powers, whichever.
I think you're unleashing your powers to keep the shade minions from getting too void.
Perfect. That's freak.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 7. And I think my freak is 0.
Yeah. So it's either a temporary solution, or you can mark a condition to make it a permanent solution.
So I think I will mark angry to make it a permanent solution. And I think the way that this looks on screen is each of these grenades, I pull them out and twist the top and then release them, and that makes them continually emit the laser light. And they're kind of like a little disco ball with a laser pointer on it that just spreads out that laser image. Yeah, but they stay on continuously.
I'm imagining this item from Tank Girl the comic, not the good bad movie, but it basically just would. It was like a corporate grenade that would you throw it in and just scan everything, but just send a lot of those red lights up and down everywhere.
Right.
And so yeah, that happened. But Hedera, as this is going on, it does keep the mooks back, and I think you're seeing like all the mooks running in terror from you and these grenades, and you turn around and get slammed by one of these huge shadow tentacles. You are going to be taking a powerful blow, and I think you have a move that is specifically for that.
You muted. There.
Steven?
Sorry, I got distracted for a second. What was that?
Yeah, you're chasing away all these mooks. The lasers are keeping them at bay, but when you turn around to check on your team, a shadow tentacle slams into your body, and you're taking a powerful blow.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna just roll +0 because I can, but if I roll a 10, something very bad happens.
Awesome.
Yes, say you're not your body.
And just a 6. So
Okay, so you mark potential and tell us how you fight off this attack.
I think probably like my arm swings up and I kind of entangle myself with it, and then I kind of jerk it forward towards me. And kind of like I'm trying to pull whatever's shooting it at me like off of its footing from its attack.
I think what happens is that you yank the tentacles, and like the actual shadow portal under Void disappears, and he stops flying for a second and just falls on his ass. And now it is your actual turn, now that you have taken the powerful blow and dealt with it.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm probably gonna piss off Neutron, but I'm angry, and this fucker's been fucking with me. I just grab him up in my vines and I start squeezing.
Oh, roll plus danger.
Yeah. Oh no, and that is a 6. However, we still have team, correct?
You have 3 team.
Yeah,
Want help?
yeah, I'm gonna spend this selfishly. I feel like this is the setup to do it. I'm gonna bump up my danger, and I guess I'm gonna bump my mundane back down. It feels like that's what's happening here. Actually, no, my savior. That makes more sense. So yeah, I'm bumping my danger up and my mundane down. I mean, my savior down, sorry.
Well, like anyone can spend team with the voyeurs, like to say they're getting a better camera angle instead of you having to spend it selfishly because they don't
No,
have.
I want to spend it selfishly.
Okay.
That was the thing.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, and I just kind of say, Neutron, sorry, but your brother's gonna have to fucking take it like a man.
Oh, she admitted that he is your brother, even though you denied it. Oh yay! Oh yay! So yeah, what's your one option?
Yeah, and I am going to let's see for my options
Unless you
again.
want the market condition and
Yeah,
choose
I might just mark a condition, but I don't have the options memorized. So, yeah, I'm gonna I guess I'm gonna impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition because this guy. And let's see, do they have something I could take from him?
You've taken his surprise thanks to bounty. You've taken his reveal thanks to you. You could take.
Yeah, I kind of want
plan.
to. I guess I kind of want to. I guess I kind of want to take his dignity. Like, I think I get a little bit too into this, and I'm just like, I really thought that Neutron's brother was gonna put up more of a fucking fight than this.
Oh, oh, yeah. So I think you're just squeezing him, and you didn't choose to avoid his blows.
No,
So yeah, you.
I know. I'm such a
Yeah.
such a bad friend. You shouldn't have given me that secret, obviously.
Yeah, and I think like you can feel his your tentacles are really rough. You feel his skin breaking and blistering from getting the resin of Hedera into his bloodstream. I think it makes it much more prominent what happens when they touch you that way. But as he feels like the fear going through his body, he looks to Neutron. Help.
So when it's time to go and leave.
I am guilty now. At least you have that.
Yeah, I can't abide this. I'm gonna try to free Void from this. I'm gonna let. It's the worst. Oh, okay. Yep.
Are you going to you're going to defend? Well, are you going to defend Void or directly engage Hedera?
I think I'll try to defend Void. That feels a lot more like what he would do. I don't. Yeah. He'll defend. Cool. So.
That's savior.
Yeah, that's a good thing for me. The way I've been rolling. Here we go. Wow, that is a failed move. I fail.
Oh.
So +3.
Now you feel like my transformed who failed like every freak roll but one he made. But yeah, so how were you attempting to help him?
So Hedera had. So,
he has these two vine arms,
okay.
So imagine Clayface's arms when he swings them around like bludgeons. But she has a Void wrapped up in her tentacles and is strangling him. This is the most unerotic Japanese cartoon.
I don't think I'm strangling him. I think it's more of one of those like superhero, like oh
Yeah, like the Wonder Woman
Yeah.
being bound.
I think with his super strength, he tried to fly in there and loosen Hedera's arms. You're killing him! What are you doing?
Yeah, and I think what happens with this is there is you fly in, and before you can reach Hedera, there is this blinding yellow eye laser that shoots down. And Hedera, do you retract your tentacles, or can you regrow them if like they burn off? Like this laser is hitting your tentacles.
I think it's probably gonna take a powerful blow. Like I can probably regrow them, but I feel like this is definitely hurting me.
I think because this is a neutron's failure, you're not taking the powerful blow. Like this is like you can withdraw them and not have to take it, pretty much. Or well, actually, yeah. Do you if you would like, you may take a powerful blow.
Yeah, I feel like this is taking a powerful blow for me. I'm fine rolling it.
And I'm not going to let yellow take the kill or the hit.
Oh wait, are you trying to save? Wait, did you say you're trying to defend?
No, if yellow is going to try to stop the fight, whatever that is, I'm gonna shoot.
Oh, this is going to be fun. So yeah, what was your result on take a powerful blow, Hedera?
I rolled a 10, so I lose control of myself in a terrible way.
Do you have an idea of how you lose control of yourself, or do you want me to give you a few ideas?
I think I'd probably go like full plant monster. Like I think I just kind of burst out, and if you have a further idea, I'd be glad to hear it.
I would say that plants overgrow often, and this is yellow light, like sun. Maybe you're like growing roots and thorns into void.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's probably what's happening.
Yeah, and I think like, the laser realizes what's happening because these are eye lasers. Eye lasers of pulsar. As he lands down and he's trying with his super strength to pull off Hedera's vines, but as he's holding them in one place, Bounty, you have a perfect shot towards Void or Pulsar.
Ooh, nah. I'm not gonna shoot. I'm gonna take out a taser, run the Void and tase him, and everyone's just holding him basically.
Yeah.
Very strong taser.
Yeah, so directly engage him with tasing.
Yeah, tase everyone. I just hope I succeed. That's a 6. Wait, I can I am tasing everyone, so I could use this selfishly or something. Oh no, we can use team with the cameras and stuff.
Yeah.
So I get a camera like right where
no. The other people still have to spin the team for you. You can't spin team on yourself.
I'll do that.
Does anyone want to spin team with the voyeurs as a okay?
Yeah, I'll spin team with the voyeurs to make sure that they get a good camera angle. Specifically, I think that this camera shows that he goes for the gun and then turns around and grabs the taser to shoot rather than using lethal force.
Right? There's 3 people on Void right now.
Yep.
So 2 tasers, like
yeah.
Everyone gets an extra.
So yeah, what is your option for directly engage?
I'll resist or avoid their blows. After I tase, I immediately as soon as something happens, I'll jump back and fly over, Fly
Yeah.
backwards.
So I think you slam the tasers around Void's head. There's this huge shining light as they go off. Yeah.
I think impressive prize or fight into opposition all those trio. That family feud thing.
Oh, then yeah, you're going to frighten the family in the end as you slam them down on Void. His eyes go back in his head. He starts collapsing into shadow, just melting out of Hedera's tentacles, and reforms on the ground, barely breathing, scrape. You can see where the thorns have scratched his skin. You can see where the roots have been digging into his costume. And all the shadows that were dancing on his skin evaporate. And you see Pulsar standing there in shock for a moment as he's holding on to Hedera's tentacles, still trying to pull them apart, and can't pry Hedera's grip open as she's transformed into this like hulking swamp thing Hedera at the moment. And
I prefer fight those two as well, Neutron and Hedera, as far as that. Like, I don't mind hurting them.
but like every shade minion is disappearing into shadow, like just dissipating in the sunlight as Void is knocked out. And Pulsar looks at Neutron and in Korean to spare everyone and make people pray for subtitles. How could you do this to the family? Wow. So do you want to take a powerful blow or him to use his influence over you?
I think he's using his influence over me. I think, yeah.
I think he's just making you feel guilty.
Okay, that totally fits. I'll take it. I'm not resisting that at all.
Okay.
Wow. I'm sorry.
It doesn't even look like you. Is that really your brother?
My half brother.
So you must be the grandfather.
And I think Pulsar looks at Bounty and says in that kind of choppy English, like, at least his family came for him.
I'm going for another electrify. I want to electrify him.
And Stephen just dropped for a second.
Yeah. I do believe that's a foolhardy action too. But I'm actually going to.
Oh, it's definitely a foolhardy action if you do it and go through
Of
it.
course, I'm going to try.
Yeah, that sounds like. Are you trying to provoke him into being respectful, or are you just directly engaging a threat?
Well, he's not threatening me, so it's not a threat, I guess. But provoke would be more correct.
Okay. Yeah.
Unless he's actually threatening me.
No. Superiorly tase him.
That's annoying. Unless someone wants to help.
No, definitely not. I actually think I'm going to try to defend. Like, I do not want Pulsar to get attacked by you.
Okay. Yeah. Defend your grandfather.
Okay. This is terrible. It's all gone bad.
Makes fun of me, of my family.
Haha! It's at 11.
Yeah. So I think you're going to welcome back, Stephen Hedera. You're going to tase Pulsar, and Neutron just steps in front and takes the tase. And there's this. Luckily, you don't have invincibility, do you, Neutron?
I do not.
So this hurts, but you don't show it hurting.
I'm down for that.
Yeah, and as all this is going down, it seems you've stopped the main villain, but your team is now scuffling. What are you doing?
So, if I'm not mistaken, the Void is down on the ground. He's terribly injured. He's really out of the fight.
Yes.
Okay. And all the shadow stuff's gone, and everybody else is kind of scuffling. And I think I'm kind of pissed off, and I go over and I pull out. I've got a trank dart, I think. So this looks like a syringe in this case. And I pull a syringe off my belt, and I turn to everyone else and I say, "Get your shit together." And I hit Void with the trank dart to make sure he's out, right? And then I'm just going to pick him up and head back towards the car and say, "We've got to fix all this shit now."
So I'm sorry. I just want to. That's awesome. It doesn't stop what you just did. I just want to clarify. I was rereading Defend, and because this is a PC threat, I don't know if I actually defended. I gave a -2 to bounty roll.
Yes. So he's got a 7.
Yeah. So I think it still happens to Pulsar. Your phasing. This is.
Yeah.
I have 2 of them, so that is what happened.
Well,
yeah, you choose.
I think that since you did step in, like Pulsar is angry, but you're going to take a powerful blow, Neutron.
I'm all about that. That sounds amazing.
As this gives O her chance to do what she does as you're taking your powerful blow.
Yeah, I've got a.
And I would answer that stupid grandfather. This my family aren't a bunch of villains, I think.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to struggle past the pain, and I feel hopeless and insecure. Nah, it's been too much insecure. So hopeless and afraid of what my family's gonna think now. I already know what they think. Yeah, there we go.
What's the family choose? Yeah, stumbling.
I think as O is like taking the void away, Red Giant flies down, tears streaming down her face as she doesn't have her weapons on. Her eyes aren't charged up. Everything that you know about Red Giant, since Stitches works very closely with her, she is not in a defensive or offensive stance.
Okay.
And she lands in front of you and almost immediately kneels, which is very rare for Red Giant. And she looks up at you. Please, can I have my son?
I will turn him over to the authorities. Is there someone else? Are there other authorities you would rather I turn him over to?
He doesn't. This is family business. Please give him to me, and I will make sure that the Biol legacy keeps him contained.
And I think I turn back and I look at the destruction that his shadow minions have caused along the street, and I say, This may have exceeded family. What was the name of the superhero group that Red Giant and Stitches were a part of?
From everything, they were just a team up. I think they were known as like the Red Thread team up.
So I think that I will, I inform I tell Red Giant I think this needs to be turned over to someone other than the Bial family. This will look bad, and we have an opportunity here to salvage the situation somewhat if we move quickly. But if I turn him over to you, I'm not sure it can be salvaged. So let me tell you my plan. We turn him over to the authorities, and you can make an appeal to them. I hope to be able to get a hold of the original tapes that were just recorded and modify them edit them so that this doesn't become public.
What?
Ooh. Yeah, she's not happy about this, but I think she allows this more because of Neutron being on the team. So she will be pulling influence on Neutron like everyone else has been doing, it seems. And Neutron, she's trying to shift your labels from she's trying to shift your danger down and your superior up by allowing you to take by allowing your team control over your brother. Neutron?
I'm sorry. I can take. I thought you were talking to O. I apologize.
Oh no. Yeah, she's allowing O to have control of your brother, but she's trying to like use her influence over you to make sure things are good by lowering your danger and increasing your superior.
Yeah, I'll do that. Oh, yeah. Does he? Does he? No, he's far too conditioned up to fight it. So he will go ahead and raise his superior and lower his danger, and I will make sure he's taken care of appropriately.
Yeah, and I think Pulsar is again speaking in Korean to Neutrons. Like, your first fight on this show, and you spill family business like this? And I think like, as this time has been going on, Hedera has been able to wrangle control of herself back. So O is walking towards the car. Red Giant and Pulsar's is shaking his head at Neutron. What are Bounty and Hedera doing?
Actually, I'd like to make a roll to
Ooh.
unleash my power, to see if I can gain control for hacking and stuff. Gain control of the of the film and all that kind of stuff. Is that something that would happen later, or is that something that should happen now?
You would probably want it to happen now because it might go. You might not get a chance.
Yeah. So let me do that. I think that's with Freak.
It is.
And when Pulsar says that, you finish first because I thought it's like.
I rolled a 5. I think we only have one team left in the pool. Is that right?
Correct.
Yeah. So I think that's a failure.
I think. Yeah.
I have an idea for the failure, actually.
Go on.
So the idea that I had was, what I tried to do was every time someone said your brother, I overdub it with Nemesis. And basically it looks like some of those bad Japanese films where you can tell if you watch carefully that, your brother, they mouth the word brother, but Nemesis is what is heard. So people who pay attention can actually tell.
I also like this innate voice, Nemesis.
How could you do that? Like, I think the reason they'll know it is even when Pulsar says your brother in Korean, it says Nemesis in English.
Ha!
Yeah. That's
when
really
Pulsar
like.
tells him though that he's disappointed, I'm like, I've seen Pulsar. You're not much.
Oh.
Actually, if I'm coming out of it, I say, look, if it's anyone's fault, it's mine. None of this reflects on Neutron, okay? And I feel like I'm actually trying to defend. Like, I think this is actually a kind of social defense.
That's good.
That's comfort and support there.
Oh right. Can somebody actually relink me the roll my party because my my actual computer I was using crashed. I had to jump over to a new one.
Oh, there we go.
And wouldn't emotional defense be comfort and support?
I think that's like more interpersonal than I think Hedera is like offering herself up as like the reason this has happened versus, Neutron, this is okay, things will work out.
And that's a 6.
Though there is a point of team in the pool if someone wants to.
I thought. Oh, it just burnt the last one.
No. She had a 5. Couldn't.
I mean, it sounded like Erez was. It sounded like Bounty was helping.
No, if anything, I would have interfered.
Oh, you were specifically escalating. Okay, because you. Okay.
Yeah, so O would have helped. At this point, I think she still thinks she did a decent job with the editing.
Wait. Actually, I don't think you do. I forgot. I take +1 forward to the person that caused any condition I have.
Ooh, good.
So who I most blame, and it's definitely Pulsar.
Okay.
So I actually got a 7 there.
Yay! So yes, the team is safe. So let's see. And yeah, they're going to. I think Pulsar just overreacts. It's like, and he's speaking in that clipped English tone again. It's like, you're not even a real hero. You got your powers, what, 2-3 years ago? I was born with mine. You're a blasty. That's what, or a blaster or something for like the Meta Blast insult. I'm a hero. You're nothing. Even on this camera, you're nothing compared to every one of your teammates. And he sees that he's not getting. I think that's when he turns and sees the camera like almost in his face and realizes he said that in English. There is a blush under his mask, and he flies away. And I believe that, that gives you influence over him.
Does it?
Yes, he acted. He overreacted.
He also never chose anything when I electrified him, but I guess Neutron got the.
Well, but I was defending.
defending, yeah.
I was defending.
Sorry, those. Oh yeah, you. I'll say on 7 to 9, you expose yourself to danger or escalates. I assume that counts as escalation.
Yeah, I felt like also you were probably. It seemed like you were trying to shift my labels.
Yes, so let's. He's shifting your freak up and your mundane down.
Yeah, I think Hedera just accepts that and just goes like better a blasty than
A bully.
an old prick like you.
Better a blaster than a boomer.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the better line. That's probably what Hedera says instead of.
And I think like as this is going on, another O is getting to the car, places Void in. There's probably gets to some kind of intercom thing. We need medical attention, just for a captive. And this limousine pulls up, and Dynasty Pearl steps out. The limousine pops up as she gets out of the car. And she snaps her fingers. The voyeurs stop filming. And she's like, okay, everyone, mission successful. We will talk about this later. And I think this would be the scene where the credits begin rolling. Like everyone starts, the people looking at Neutron, people looking at where the glares of Bounty, Hedera, Pulsar, and others. Ooh, and yes, that does count as a sacrifice, Hedera. Yeah, I think this will be where we call it for this week, unless anyone had a very last-minute thing they wanted to do.
I'm just annoyed at everyone for Neutron for trying to defend Void, for putting it all behind them just so easily, and for Hedera for taking the blame. What the hell is? I'm angry.
Yes, I will end the broadcast and we'll do stars and wishes.